Hi, I'm Monique from Equilawbrium Career and Life Coaching. And here's another episode of Lawyer Turned. And today is Lawyer Turned me, career coach, speaker, author. I've gotten a lot of requests for my own story. People want to know how I went from being a big firm lawyer to doing what I now do. So I thought that I would share my story with you in this episode of Lawyer Turned, um, so that I can answer those questions. So first, what is my story? I started at Morrison and Forster and in Los Angeles. I was at a couple big firms, Morrison and Forster, Gibson Dunn, and it was, well, I'll give you a little anecdote to give you a hint of how that job was what kind of fit that job was for me. Um, at one point, I got a ruptured appendix, and I ended up having to stay in the hospital for 9 days, and I had to stay at home recovering for at least 30 days more. And my first thought when I was admitted to the hospital was, oh, thank God I don't have to go to work. I was just so relieved that I did not have to go to the office. And that was a bit of a heads up that, wow, maybe this is not the best fit for me. If being in the hospital in excruciating pain is preferable to being at work, because being at work was painful. But I didn't quite know where to go from there. I knew I was unhappy, but I didn't know what path to take. So an opportunity landed in my lap. I got a call from my friend Sean, who was doing a Fulbright in Argentina, and he invited me to go down there and take over his Access to Justice project. His year was coming up, and there's still a lot of work to do. And at first, I thought, gosh, well, no, I don't want to jump off this path. What will employers think? And then I sort of shook my head and realized, like, I don't want to be on this path. So I said yes, and I booked a ticket. I ended up having just enough frequent flyer miles to book that, and I went for a year. And I had this gloriously fun and amazing year in Argentina. And my year came up, and I wasn't getting paid, so I had to come back because I ran out of money. And I got back, and I was looking around, and I landed back in another law firm. It was a different law firm. It was a better fit, but it still did not make me very happy. And not long after I started, I got shingles, which, if you don't know what shingles, has a very cute name. I think it's the cute shingles. Yay! But shingles is horrific. It's a horrific illness. And and again, and my body was telling me this was not right for me. And I had anxiety attacks, and I was just so stressed. I was there for 2.5 years, but and I stayed there just that stressed, and um, but eventually I had to leave, and I started really searching to see what would be a better fit for me. And I went into mediation, and I became a certified mediator, and I started mediating. And I really enjoyed mediation. I really enjoy helping people come to their own solutions, and it was a really great fit for me. Much, much better, but it was still, there's a lot of acrimony because you're dealing with disputes all the time. And I eventually realized that what I wanted was to help people come to their own solutions in their lives, but not in the context of a dispute or a court case, but really just because they've decided that they're ready to improve their lives. And I started, did a lot of studying, and I got certified. I've done a lot of graduate courses, and as a coach, and now I help people like me who were miserable in their career, and also in like their whole life, because I've found that it's a there are a lot of different layers to life. So it's about more than just your career. It's about doing things that are true to you, that feel good for you in every area. So now I've started helping people in their romantic lives, and I have a class called Life Alchemy, which is really more holistic. And now I'm pretty not free and really happy. And there's no way I'd rather be in a hospital than doing what I do every day, because I do what I love. I do what I love. So, what are the best aspects of what I do is that exactly that. I do what I love. I love what I do so much, I would do it for free. So that's the best part of it. It's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit. And the most challenging aspects of it, I guess the challenging aspects of it are the aspects of it that are entrepreneurial. I think I am an entrepreneur at heart. I love having my own business, but there are all sorts of aspects to being a business person that are maybe not my fortes, like doing bookkeeping and some of the marketing, and just if I'm not working, I'm not getting paid. So that's the other thing, getting it was nice having a big law firm associate salary, and starting my own business, not getting that. So that's been the most challenging aspect, is probably the pay cut initially, and the parts of it that are about building a business. Though, like I said, I really do love what I do, so I'm actually really enjoying learning about marketing and finding out those other aspects. And when I get even bigger, I hope to hire people to do the things I don't like as much. But for the most part, I really just love it. It's a labor of love. And what advice do I have for people who want to follow in my footsteps? Well, two pieces. I mean, I sort of the first step is follow what you love. It really Life is really too short to do things that make you miserable, and doing things that make you miserable can really shorten your life, as I've seen when I almost died of appendicitis, and of my excruciating shingles. It wasn't life threatening, but it was miserable. And it's but I feel like you will get messages, stronger, increasingly strong messages about what's right and what's not right for you, and pay attention to them, and go after what feels good and what you love and what you're interested in and what you're passionate about. If you follow those, you're not going to go wrong. And the next bit of advice is plan it out. So follow your passions, but do it in a way that is sensible. So there are, get support. I'm happy to support you in your shifts and transitions, but there are ways of making any kind of change, and with people who have gone before you. So to get mentors, talk to anybody who's doing what you're interested in. And I have my 5 steps to career transition book that I've written. So read that and then follow those footsteps and get some support. And if you want to make a change, hopefully I can support you in making that change. So that has been lawyer turned me, career coach, author, speaker, and just happy. Lawyer turned happy. Have a great one.